Okay. Hi everyone, it's me again with another drumming video. It'll be a little different this time. Just have to check here. Just checking to make sure I have the right and left stick correct. You drummers, you know this. You actually do have a right stick and a left stick because the warpage is different and the weights are different. And you actually have a left stick and a right stick. Got to make sure you have the right stick in the right hand, the left stick in the left hand. Anyway, a good musical friend of mine asked me the other day after seeing the last video, he said, why don't you play time and play some grooves and kind of talk through what you do on some various things. And there's a lot of different grooves and beats that you use, and too many for any one video. So we'll keep the video at a reasonable length, and maybe I'll talk about two grooves on this one and kind of the stories behind them. I was watching YouTube the other day, and you can get lost on YouTube watching music real easily. Blink of an eye, an hour has gone by. And I was watching Bernard Purdie, the great Bernard Purdie, and his famous Purdie Shuffle. And it's such a nice groove, and I'm thinking to myself, let me give that a shot. Sort of the Purdie Shuffle-esque beat. Just such a nice beat. Think Home at Last by Steely Dan, or Babylon Sisters, Steely Dan. Bernard plays his halftime Purdie Shuffle on both of those. It's just a great beat. I'm not a young musician, and I've been at this a long time, and generally by the time you get to be a veteran musician, and you guys will know this, you'll identify with this, you're not adding a lot of brand new stuff to your repertoire. You're kind of refining what you already know and making it smoother or faster or better, but you're not adding brand new stuff. I mean, that's just the way it is. You kind of stop adding things into your inventory after a while. But I listened to this Purdie Shuffle, and I said, let me give this a shot. Shuffles are tough. Shuffles are real tough, and most drummers will tell you that a good shuffle is one of the hardest things to do. But I was listening to this, and I liked it, and I've kind of got it now. I mean, not super. I mean, I haven't been playing it for 50 years like I've been playing some of my other beats. I've only been playing it for a week or two, but it works really nicely, and I like it a lot. And I'm kind of pleased that it's brand new to me. It's brand new. So it's not the kind of thing that happens that often, when you're my age. You don't add a lot of brand new stuff, but let me just show you what it is, and then I'll talk through a little bit about what I like about it and how I play it, and how it kind of works in different forms. But it's essentially this. It's a nice shuffle, and it works nicely on the ride cymbal as well as the hi-hat. So and unlike a lot of shuffles, it works well at both slow speed and kind of up tempo. Most shuffles kind of compress and flatten out if you try to play them quick, and they only work slow. But this one works slow. It works fast as well. It works both speeds, and it's nice. It's a nice shuffle. For me, the key is the double eighth note, grace note on the left hand. That kind of makes it flow. like it. But I'm kind of impressed with myself for actually doing this. It's kind of neat. At my age, you don't add a lot of brand new stuff. So I'm kind of glad that I have this. It's nice. When we're not afflicted with the national plague like this virus, I actually play in a jazz trio with a couple of guys, Tony and Rich. They're both great players, bass player and pianist. Both retired music teachers, and terrific guys, terrific players. It's a challenging group because the level of musicianship that they bring to the table is very, very high. And so we're playing the other day. We're playing I think it was Monk who wrote it, the old tune Bench Swing. Bum 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 ba da ba da ba dum bee dum bum. And normally it's done as kind of a quirky, swing. But Tony is kind of a creative guy, our pianist. He looks at things differently, and he says, I don't want to do it in the conventional manner. He says, I kind of hear this different beat. He says, can you just like throw a Rosanna beat behind it? I want to do it with that style. Just throw a Rosanna beat behind it. A Rosanna beat? Do you mean like the Jeff Porcaro Rosanna beat that Toto did in the 80s? Because yeah. Just throw that beat behind it. I said, well, Tony, asking someone to just play the Rosanna beat, you might as well ask a 12-year-old to explain quantum physics and the theory of relativity. I mean, that's one of the most complex, difficult beats there is. And of course, it's a rock beat, and I'm a jazz guy, so it's not really my natural language. So it's not something I just happen to have off the top of my head. The Rosanna beat. He goes, oh, well, he says, it'd be good if you could do it. So we took a break, and I worked on something, and it came out pretty good. Kind of a jazzy version, but it has that feel to it. So if you think to yourself, Rosanna, in your mind's ear, Rosanna, think that tune to yourself. This works really nicely, and it worked great on Bench Swing. One of these days when we get back together, we'll play it for you and we'll record it. But it worked really well, and gotta hand Tony a lot of credit for thinking that this would be a good beat to use on that tune. So this is what I came up with. Really nicely, and the tune is good. It's nice. So we're playing it, and Rich, the bass player, turns to me afterwards. He goes, man, he goes, that's it. He goes, that's the feel. He says, you got it. You really nailed it. You got it. Now, you drummers out there, you know. What I'm about to say is true. It's nice when the pianist likes it, or when the sax player says, yeah, nice playing, whatever. When the bass player says to you, you got it. I like that feel. You really locked it in. You nailed it. When your bass player says to you, the drummer, that you got it, that's the highest form of compliment there is. Because the bass player, the drummer, like this, and that's the rhythm, that's the pulse of the band. So when the bass player tells you you got it, it's really good. Tony, our pianist, an interesting guy. You know, both Tony and Rich are former music teachers at local schools around here. And Tony is a very, very precise, demanding musician. He's really excellent, but he puts demands on me. Like he'll stop. He'll go, no, so Stephen, I want the accents. I want the hits on the end of 3 and the end of 4. It measures 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so just take it again. And I want the hits on the end of 3 and the end of 4. Okay, Tony, you know, anything you say, anything you say. Or all right, I don't want to get you mad at me. You know, he's very precise. So he really requires you to play well, and you know, in small combo norms. You know, when you're playing in a jazz group or you know whatever, you're generally accustomed to just playing what you play, and everyone else will accept it and say, "Yeah, nice job. You know, you're playing nice." Whatever. But Tony, he's got his real exacting requirements. No, I want the accents here, I want the hits here, and he'll stop and he'll say how much. So when he said to me, do that Rosanna beat, I'm thinking to myself, I can't disappoint Tony. I mean, you know, he wants me to do this. So we came up with it and we did it, and it was nice. And so that was it. So we're going to keep the video short. We're going to do those 2 beats, and that's it. The Purdy halftime shuffle, my version of it, and this Rosanna beat thing, and a little bit of why Tony wanted the way he did, and so that's it. So I've got a lot more beats to go, and if you like it, we'll continue the series and go from there. But keep it short today, and hope you enjoyed it. And until it's getting to be fall, because I'm not in shorts anymore. I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt. It's a little cool here today. So that's it for today, and we'll take this up again soon, and hope you enjoyed it, and see everybody soon.